The surface of the ball on a urethane bowling ball, the pores are much larger. On a reactive resin, they're much smaller, and there are a lot more of them, so it absorbs the oil faster, and actually it will change how it reacts much quicker. This is an easier ball to control, so you can keep it in pocket.
Oh, the old solid 7. So what are the disadvantages of using just the regular urethane ball?
The regular urethane doesn't hit quite as hard, so you don't get as much carry power. If you can get the reactive resin ball to the pocket, it generally will strike.
Okay.
The urethane ball, you can leave the corners like this. Hugh expected this. He told me before we started, he said, I'm going to leave some 7-pins, but I'm not going to shoot a poor game because I'm going to be able to hit the pocket with this ball.
So he's going in with a patient mindset right away.
He thinks 220 can win.
Miller's got the lead by 9 pins. We've got the last half of this match to go. We'll be back.
He did take a ball.
He did take a re-rack on this lane.
A little better shot there. Got the ball out in front of him. When he gets the ball out in front that well, a little better approach.
Now, did he get the ball in front of him at the end or early?
He got it out on the lane in front of him, and that kept the ball from going early. And the only way you can do that is if you slow your feet down and get your balance at the foul line.
Okay. He knew it had a chance and did his little two-step there. Takes the lead by 1 pin now, headed to the 7th frame.
Well, this is what we were looking for. Good close matches. 2 really outstanding professionals at their best.
4-3. Oh, and he holds his hands up and says, peace.
Well, I think he wasn't real happy with the release, but he was happy with the pin action. The 10-pin, the last one to go, and just a little love tap to kick it out. Hugh Miller has to start carrying 7 pins or this match is going to be over early.
Down by 11. And he carries. I asked Hugh about him being on the tour for a long time. What if future held for him?
Well, I do have a lot of other interests, and one thing I've always really been interested in is real estate. And I'm just getting ready to start building another house here next week. A friend of mine, Bob and Jeannie Withers, are financing it, and we're going to try and sell it. So that's going to pretty much tie up the rest of the year for me.
Right now, he'd like to tie up another strike. Would be a good financial investment for him.
He'd just dearly love to win this game. It's trouble.
And nope, it didn't fall over. Leaves the 2-4-7.
Here's another look at that shot by Hugh Miller, and I wonder if watching that soundbite might have bothered him a little bit. Here it comes a little high on the head pin. The ball just actually got away, and I think Hugh might have lost his concentration.
Ooh, nice break on the spare. Nice break on that spare. Duke working on 3 in a row, trying for 4, leading by 11 pins.
It's a missed match far from over with 3 frames to play for Duke, and remember, he's had some balls go high for him in this match, and if he does it again, he might not get away with one of these. 4 9s could pop up. He's playing them light now. A little more ball speed, don't you think, Mike?
Looked like he came up to me right at the end.
I agree.
You know, trying for that increased speed, like you told. It's hard to keep the feet slow and throw hard.
I think what he does, a combination of 2 things. He comes up at the foul line to try to generate ball speed, and when he does that, he kind of pulls his hand out of the ball so it won't hook.
And so it doesn't.
And it doesn't. You're right.
At the 2 pin.
Here's another look at that first ball, the release. And Mike, watch how he comes up at the foul line, as you observed right here. He's starting already to come up. The shoulder's coming up. There it is. You can see him come up off the foot. And sometimes that, again, is a lack of balance, a little fast with the feet. And sometimes it's because you're trying to get more ball speed than you could normally.
But what that does is it sets up the 9th and 10th frame. We're 10 pins apart. The guy who can perform at the end is going to win. Ooh, pretty shot there. Much more relaxed shot there, it looked like.
Well, this is what Duke thrives on. Norm loves to be in a situation where he has to perform. Now, remember, this is a guy that's shot 886 and not won a match.
Over a period of time.
Over a period of time. 286 and lost, 2 300s and tied. But he loves to get in that position where he has to strike.
Well, that keeps it at 10 pins, so 10th frame. Duke cannot be shut out, but Miller can sure get his attention.
Well, I'd love to see Hugh strike out, just to see Norm in that situation again, just because he is so good under pressure. Of course, Norm doesn't want to see him strike out.
No, Norm just soon see it open. Yeah. Although I don't think Norm's afraid of any situation. Hugh Miller to even the match. First
Something
one
bothered him again.
Just handed it to him, didn't he?
He did, and that's amazing. Hugh Miller very seldom will make that kind of a mistake. He's been out here for 15 years playing for a living, and you don't make much of a living throwing the ball like that in a key situation. I'm surprised. Just got away from him. Didn't react the way he wanted it to, I don't think. Crossed over in that lane last time.
Well, he started and stopped and went back, and just seemed like, you know, he lost his concentration in the 8th and just never got it in the 10th either. 194 he winds up with.
I wonder what bothered him both times. It's kind of surprises me.
And Duke, wow.
5 to win, and he got 5.
Is that all he needed?
He needed 5 pins to win.
191.96. Yeah, right. He's got enough right now that he's going to be a winner. He throws the old safe sign right there. And Duke, I'm sure he would have liked an opportunity to practice a shot on this lane 34 going into the title match. Which ones is he shooting for? He's going for the strike. He's not even caring about the.
Well, it didn't matter. He knew it. He had figured it out early. He knew what he had. Hugh Miller, a very upset player right now, and it's been a tough week for Hugh. He's performed well, but it just seemed like whenever the situation arises that he needed something good to happen, it didn't.
Look at this.